the pandemic itself has been a source of uncertainty, right? So, an overwhelming sense, source of uncertainty, actually. So, not knowing who might be infected or people who might be spreading illness without actually having any symptoms creates this sense that you never know, like whether you're going to be at risk or not at risk in your environment. And so because of that, you're now essentially trading off this sense of uncertainty associated with the pandemic with the sense of uncertainty associated with the vaccine. People probably do have an increased sense of hope around the introduction of the vaccine specifically. That has a number of possible consequences in terms of how it leads people to think, how it leads them to feel, and how it leads them to act. So I think we're still a ways away from solving the pandemic. And I think that's an important thing for people to keep in mind. And we're also headed into a season where things are going to become increasingly difficult to manage interpersonal contact. So when it becomes winter in much of the country and it gets cold, it makes it much harder for people to interact with others and to engage in activities that might be coping mechanisms for them. And so because of that, I think it's important to keep in mind that even though people do have this increased sense of hope around the vaccine, we still have a period of time where we don't really want to let that hope change our behavior. Because if we were to say, oh, there's a solution, then what we might see is people ignoring recommendations and spending time with many different people indoors in places where the virus is likely to spread. And so because of that, I think we need to be a little bit careful in terms of claiming victory until we see widespread availability of the vaccine and people taking it.